Chapter 1024. In the end, it didn't work, so he came out to help Han several times. When others discovered that even the heirs of the top clan like Fury would come to help Han get out, the other beggars naturally did not dare to offend Han again. As a result, Han pretended to be invincible and brought all the beggar gang forces in Arcadia province into his own hands. Now he is the leader of the famous gang of beggars in South Haven area. Han is also very proud of this, because this kind of thing comes in too quickly, and it is completely unnecessary. Everyone is scattered, everyone finds a place, lies on the ground, and then writes on a blank paper. Copywriting that sells badly is just lying down and making money. In a short period of time, he has already saved more than 1 billion family assets. Brown was naturally relieved to see that her younger brother had made such a great achievement. For her brother-in-law, the younger brother was responsible for it, which was the continuation of the entire family's blood. The Han family's parents left early and there were no relatives. The more desolate and the less prosperous the family, the more she hoped that the Han family could open up its branches and leaves as soon as possible, so that the family would also prosper and gradually become a famous family in South Haven. So that I can be considered to have completed my mission to myself. After leaving his brother's family, Brown turned and returned to the villa. Fury was sitting in the living room with a cigar in his mouth, and said annoyedly, "Brown, I recently heard that your brother's beggar has made a lot of children to make money. Can you tell him he will constrain a little bit later? Now everyone knows that he is my brother-in-law Fury. He is doing this kind of mischievous business, and everyone outside thinks it is my order. What my whale family says is 100 billion level. How can this big family get involved with this kind of indiscriminate business?" When Brown heard this, her eyes were flushed with grievance, and she choked with sobs. "Husband, you don't know the situation with Han. You said that he has no ability, education, and no brains, except for the sidetrack. What else can he do? He's just this little brother. If he doesn't live well, then I will die." Fury's most helpless thing is to see his wife's grievances. He also knows that this is just his wife's trick, but after all, out of true love, when she sees her grievances, even if she pretends to be wronged, Fury will feel distressed in his heart. So, he could only sigh, and said, "If you have done it, don't feel wronged. I mean, you will also say hello to Han when you look back. There are many ways to make a mistake. Partial behavior is placed on women and children. If he has a kind, and dares to fight and kill, then I can completely praise him as the underground emperor of the whole South Haven. Why do things that hurt women and children every day? Tell these things. It's really faceless." Brown came to Fury with tears in his eyes, sat beside him, grabbed his arm with both hands, and choked pitifully, "Husband, you don't know what my brother is like. That ability to fight and kill with others? Besides, in our entire Han family, he is the only man left who says that he can't go out to fight and kill. If something happens to him, we Han are going to be broken." Fury said helplessly, "Didn't I tell you? If he dares to fight and kill, I will cover him behind his back. With me, do you think anyone in South Haven dares to move him?" Brown wiped away her tears, and said, "That's not what I said, my husband. There are many children now, who are totally shocked. He doesn't care what your identity or background is. He might just pick up a knife and say killers. If they hurt Han and kill them all afterwards, what problem can they solve?" As she said, she grabbed Fury's hand and said with red eyes, "Husband, I'm just a younger sister to Han. You are for the sake of me having been with you for so many years and giving birth to 2 sons. You are considerate. Be considerate of him." Fury sighed and said helplessly, "These things Han has done are too damaging to good and morality. If you have time someday, let him go to the temple to burn incense."